Moss Isley Spaceport. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious. We are at Dante's View above Death Valley, and as you can see, there is Lake Manly. Badwater Basin has a lake in it from Hurricane Hillary. This is December 2023. Hurricane Hillary was in August, I think, this past summer. And we're 1 mile above that lake right now. We're 5,600 feet above that lake. Death Valley National Park, the temporary Lake Manly. Who knows how long it'll last or when it'll return. All right, here we are again, Lake Manly, and here we go. Salt here is actually pretty sturdy. I'm barely even leaving footprints here. I talked to the rangers. They said it's actually pretty resilient to this kind of stuff. And there's certainly some footprints. Wow, otherworldly experience. The salt here is kind of thick and hard, and if you walk on it in most places, you don't even leave a footprint. It's only a few inches deep. It feels like you're on some other planet. So if you put your hand in the water, touch, you can see it's just rock. It's solid, crystalline rocks, and there's some big kind of cubes of salt. And then, of course, the water's got to be just saturated with dissolved salt. So let's see. So after maybe 5-10 minutes in the dry Death Valley air, the hand I plunged into the water to poke at salt, the water just evaporates, leaving a nice glove of deposited salt on my hand. Fascinating. Okay, so for people worried about the impact walking on the lake leaves, look at this. I'm walking on this. I'm not leaving any footprints. This is where I came from. All right? In many parts of most of the lake, the salt is hard and thick, and walking on it maybe disturbs the first few millimeters of crystals, but they just reform. So you can pick the areas you walk in, and you'll see a whole bunch near the edge where people have walked and it's sunk, it's very thin, and you'll leave footprints there. But you get past that, or you seek a part of the shore that has this sort of hard, strong, you know, it feels like rock, and you're really not going to have a big impact. You can see areas where people have walked and you step through. So, but you can find areas like this where the salt is apparently thick enough that it's just, you're not really going to make a footprint. So you can, now, here, so over here, you can walk and avoid footprints. Now there's going to be, near the edge of the water where the salt is not as thick, sections where you'll break through. Right? You can see, there's a good example of how thick the salt is right here. I think it's thicker further out, because once you get past this place near the edge, the whole lake is pretty much thick salt that you can walk on, just like this, without even breaking it. And if you find sections of the shore and you're thinking of getting in, look for these sections where there's not a lot of these big footprints, like this right here. And then you can really, if you worry about it, you can minimize your impact that way.